Hello everybody, Zephyr Storm here, and welcome back to episode number 7 of my Wurm Online Hardcore Survival Mode. Let's see, a couple things to get out of the way. First, I want to give a shout out to Morgan Fraser. He's been making a lot of helpful comments on my video that's really been helping me out and teaching me some things that I need to know. So I am going to let you guys know what he's been telling me. But we'll get to that. So, we're still in our area here. You see this guy right here? Killed me twice. So, I tried to swim out into the water, and apparently he's followed me all the way out there, and he killed me. I couldn't get away fast enough because it was getting redder and redder and redder in my vision. I couldn't see anything. I don't know if we talked about this last time or we weren't able to see it, but you see those two little jut outs right there where you would probably park a boat or something. And then there's a ramp that goes up there to the left. There is a property. This is a perimeter of somebody else's property. And then it goes up to, at the top they have a little settlement. Really just whatever, a big house area. It's not a settlement, not like a village or anything. And then the same with over there. There's 1 and 2. Alright, so the bear killed me. I've been trying to make healing covers. So I've been foraging a lot, trying to make healing covers. And as I was trying to repair my first aid or whatever, do my first aid and do healing covers, I kept failing. Failed making the healing covers, or either failed applying the healing covers or whatever. So, yeah, I had to make a lot of those. So healing covers, I found out, are based on the materials that you put in it, what the potency is of them. So there's different levels of stuff. Mostly it's stuff you find from foraging, like nettles, sassafras, lovage, sage, things like that. You apply any 2 different things together, and you get a healing cover, if you don't fail, and then you apply that to your wound. Apparently, wounds of medium strength or worse, medium, bad, severe, those do not heal on their own. If you do not treat them, they will eventually kill you, and that also happened to me one time. I had a bad wound, and then that was when I was trying to make all those healing covers or find cotton or do something from foraging, and every time I made a healing cover it failed, or if it didn't fail when I made it and I applied it, it failed. So eventually I ended up, my wound went from bad to severe, and then it finally killed me. I couldn't save myself that time either. So I've been having a little bit of bad luck. I've died probably from the bear. I think the bear just killed me one time, but oh no, twice, because I zoned back in. I was able to make it back here, but he was still right behind me. So when I zoned back in, he killed me right away when I zoned in. So then the second time I was able to swim out to the river or out into the water, and then he killed me right there. So that actually, so he killed me 3 times. Killed me 1 time here. Oh yeah, and then when I rezoned back in, another time there, and then the 3rd time out in the water. But then he was stuck out in the water, so when I rezoned back in or spawned back in, I was able to be far enough away. And just until probably a few hours ago, you could still see my corpse floating around out there right next to him. Also, whatever you're carrying on your body, if you don't go back to your corpse and pick it up, you will not get it. Luckily, when I died the first time, my corpse was here, and all the stuff was still on that corpse. So when I zoned back in the final time, I was able to just pick up everything off of that corpse. Also, I recommend, after you get all the stuff off your corpse, go ahead and butcher each of your corpses to try to get some meat or something. I think you can get meat off of them. I didn't get any luck with that. And then take your shovel and go ahead and bury the corpses. That's a good thing to do. Also, animals in the wilderness. So I found a lot of mobs or whatever that have been killed by the guards or by other people that they just left out on public roads while I was out searching for other things. And I was able to butcher them and get some spider meat or some bear meat. I was able to pick up a few bear furs from doing that, and then I went ahead and buried them because I can't stand seeing the corpses just all laying around and littering the whole area. Alright, so that's that. So the big thing about this bar in the top left here, the stamina bar, if your stamina gets really low, and we can show that by... Do I have my shovel? I don't have a shovel. I just put everything in storage right now real quick, but anyway, if you're doing something like mining or digging or whatever, any action you do, your stamina bar is going to go down. If it goes all the way down, then each of your successive actions take longer and longer. And I think according to Morgan, he said that if your stamina bar is all the way down, you actually might not even get skill points for that. Oh, let's pull up the skills. Okay, and then down here, water. You can see my water is too low. So if your water and food get too low, then it takes longer for your stamina bar to fill up. So I think we talked about it in another episode, but I went ahead, I definitely had my pottery jars, so I went and filled those up so I could drink water from them. And then that fills up your water bar. And then with the food, you have to go ahead and make casseroles. And I'm pretty sure we talked about this. Have anything better to make casseroles with? I'll probably just use basil or whatever. Parsley. We'll just use parsley for now. And then we have some perch. So you want to go ahead, you can put your pottery bowls into the fire. And the pottery bowls, remember, you just make them from clay. So we have a clay pit right over there on the other side. Just scoop up some clay, activate your hand, make whatever you need. I made two jars and 2 bowls. And then you put them inside the fire like this, and they'll say clay bowl or whatever. And when they're finally fired, they'll change to pottery bowls. And then you can cook in them. So here's some spider meat that I got from butchering a spider out there. So we'll go ahead and throw 2 of those in there. 1 in each one. And then we'll throw a parsley in each one. So this will make casseroles. And you can look in Wurmpedia and find out how to make better quality casseroles or whatever. But stews and casseroles are the best things to make at this low level when your skill level is not very high. And anyway, those will cook up and they'll turn to casseroles, and then that's what you want to go ahead and eat. My nutrition is not too bad. It's at 48%. I think you need to try to keep it above 35 or 40 ideally. And then what happens is if your nutrition and your food go all the way down, you end up going into fasting mode. So it fills back up because you're in fasting mode, and then if it goes down over time, like multiple times, I think you end up losing fat layers or something. I'm not really sure how that works, but so definitely a good idea to try to eat. So you probably, before you go out, you want to make a few of these, maybe 4 or 5, however many you feel is. It depends on how long you're going to be out, and then make sure you keep 2 things of water. I have noticed there's lots of places to get water out while we're walking around. I've seen wells out there, ornate fountains. You know, if you're away from the water, there's a couple good things to go get. So you can always fill up your water jugs while you're out there. Alright, so we still have our forge. Now this... Hello, open the gate. Over here is what I've been doing. I've been digging this whole pit out. Because remember, here's sort of... I don't know if you want to really call it a mountain, but it gradually goes all the way up the hill. So I wanted to start my mine right here. So to be able to do that, you had to dig all this out. Well, the slopes were so high that your skill level only works to the maximum slope of 3 times your skill. So if you have a skill of 2, the maximum slope you can if your digging is only at 2, you can only dig on a slope that's 6. So I had to get my digging all the way up to 20. And that's as far as it would go because I was just free, playing for free. I'm not premium member, whatever you want to call it. Sorry. My train of thought is not really working so well today. So I went ahead and did that. So now I can work on a 60 slope. But oddly enough, there's actually over here on this side a actual 70. I think these are 70 here going straight up. Which is fine because you just have to go and work one tile further back. And then that'll lower this tile. And then eventually you'll be able to get it all the way down if you want to level it out. So then the same thing, basically, once I got down to the rock layer. Let me go and put climbing mode on and get down here. Eventually I'll level this all back up and put ramps or something as soon as I'm done. So this was the exposed, basically the first exposed tile of rock right here. So I'm like, it's going in the right direction that I wanted. So I'm like, okay, well this one will be good. The problem is, I don't have my shovel. Dude. But anyway, the problem is this slope is 29, which is too high. You really want, if you want to make it square, you know, or whatever, a decent slope, you want it 20 or less. And then this side, which is, you know, it's high up here. So I forget, I think this goes up 10 slope. And then this side is only like, whatever, maybe 12 or 18 slope on this side. So what I want to do is dig this corner down. You know, surface mine on this corner. So that levels this out. And then that slope over here, we'll actually have to mine this, also surface mine this down some more. So this slope drops down to 20. Well, guess what? First of all, I didn't realize that to be able to dig in this corner, I had to expose all 4 squares of rock to be able to do that. So that should have been obvious because obviously it's the same thing as digging, but it just didn't click on me. So it took me a long time. And you can see each one of these piles up here of sand or dirt or whatever is, I think it has 100 things of dirt. So if I want to use this tile, or if I want to dig this slope down, which adjusts the slope on all 4 of these corners, you know, I had to have that available. Now if I want to adjust this slope over here, that's going to be another problem because I'll need to dig these 2 tiles out. So if, no, actually it's probably this one. I think it's this. Sorry, I don't really, it's hard to remember now where I'm at. So it must be this one. This one is the one that we're going to use. And the slope here is 29. And maybe this one was already flat or close enough to flat. Oh, I think it sloped up this. Gosh, that's crazy. Slopes up this way. So if we dig this down, it actually ends up making that flat. So, but even still, I might have to dig out these 2. So I started actually working on lowering the slope here so I can actually dig out these 2 tiles and make it, you know, make the mine entrance. So the idea, what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to make the mine entrance either here or here. I really like to stay on this angle here. It would be even nice here to put it in here, but then that's also a lot more digging that I'm gonna have to do because there's, you know, it's no problem exposing this tile and no super problem exposing this tile, except for when you get to this corner when you have to dig it down to the rock layer. Now you're looking at having to deal with a 70 slope, and my digging skill is only at 20. So what I need to do is keep getting my digging skill up, and to do that, guess what? I have to go premium, and so that's what I just did today. I went ahead and got 2 months of premium to start off with, and so now I can start getting my digging skill up higher. And I'm also going to go ahead and deed this property. So any of you people that have been thinking about wanting to join in, I'm going to set aside a few plots, maybe for 4, 5, 6 people total. You know, because I really want to make kind of like a village. So I probably have, I don't know, 50 tile spots. You know, 5 by 10 lots or whatever for somebody that wants to go ahead and join up. But those people are obviously going to have to start off doing hardcore survival. So hopefully, I really want it to be sort of a noob-friendly town. So I wouldn't mind you know, I don't mind anybody that's completely new to the game if you're just starting out. But, you know, you want to try to go ahead and do it in hardcore survival. So drop all your tools at the beginning and just make it out on your own. That doesn't mean that you can't live on somebody else's property. You just can't take assistance, you know, like actual items, food, or whatever. I can teach you how to do stuff, but you have to do it on your own. And then also, if you're going to go ahead and choose to live in this town, you're going to have to agree to work as a community. We're going to be doing a lot of bartering. Hopefully we're going to start trading with some other people on the community. And, you know, you'll be able to live, of course, for free on this lot or on this property. You don't have to deed it or anything. But you will have to make, you know, you will have to put some time in, whatever. And, you know, sort of pay back your time for, you know, utilizing the resources and stuff on this deed. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is to deed the property. So we'll figure out how to do that. Everybody in their inventory gets a deed stake, and it's right here, deed stake. And then it'll tell you exactly how much you actually need to deed your property. So also, when you become a premium member, you get one referral that you can send to anybody, like basically whoever referred you to the game. But you can also sell them. So I did find somebody on the trade chat or whatever that was willing. Oh no, it was, I actually found Griffith. Griffith was actually online when I went to check, and he is one of the two brothers. That's Adam and Brian, who plays Feyran, and they're from Factional Fight. So I've been watching their YouTube videos. Those guys are pretty cool, and he was actually online, so he agreed to buy my referral for, I think, 6.5 silver. So I went ahead and sent him that, but he had to log off. So hopefully when he gets back on, he'll see that is in his inventory or whatever, and then he'll of course send me the money for that 6.5 silver. So I might be a little bit short for what I want to do, but let's just go ahead and see what we can do. So I kind of tried to basically find the sort of kind of center area of the whole property that I plan on doing, and it's basically right where this box is. So here's my little settlement thing there, and then the property goes out to the edge of the water up there, about 10 more tiles past this, and then over, it's about 9 tiles over to the clay pit, and then about 11 tiles this way before you get to the perimeter, you know, the 5-tile perimeter of the next resident. From this box, it's about 23 tiles all the way to the edge of the water up there. So we're going to go 23 tiles back as well, which goes up the hill. I did find, looking around, that there is another little exposed rock face up here, as well as a tar pit a little bit up on the hill. So that is pretty good. The only thing I haven't found yet is peat. So we have a tar pit that we are close by. We have the clay pit over there. There's also a sand pit over there to make a mortar. And the only thing we'll need to find is peat. I call it peat moss, but I don't know. It's just peat. I don't know. Moss is different than peat. I don't really know. Not really sure. So, the thing about the mine entrance that Morgan Fraser brought up was that we don't want to go too low. We don't want to dig too low or start too low, because if it's near the water table, you'll actually hit water in the mine, and that's obviously not good. So we might move up one more tile just to be safe. Or what I need to do is really, I think I'm going to dig some of this out to kind of level it out and see where we are as far as where the water is and where this is, because it's basically digs down to start the tunnel. You actually end up digging down, and then you go straight in, or you can go up or whatever. You can mine up, you can mine down, you can mine straight, whatever you want to do. So I do want to stay on this level though, so I don't want to cut into this part of the mountain, but you can see it goes all the way up. I mean, it's gradual. It's not really a mountain. I don't really know if you want to call it a mountain, but whatever. It'll be pretty. It's pretty long and pretty deep, so we should be able to find something good. The reason I'm starting here still, like I said, is because it's right in my property, and I didn't really have an exposed rock face. The downside is that by prospecting this, it says there's no iron nearby, or you'll only find, you'll only mine rock or something like that. So it only says that there's rock here. So I'm not able to prospect around, excuse me, and try and find an entrance to the iron vein, or closer to the iron vein. But because this is hardcore survival mode, I'm going to go ahead and start in here regardless, and then just do a mining grid search, and then go ahead and try to find iron and whatever other minerals. Obviously there will be more, because I prospected in the, you know, in the next guy's property while he wasn't there, because he has a huge, I don't know if he dug it out or if it was like that when he got his property, but the huge side of the hill is all full of rock face, and there's iron on half of the, you know, iron nearby when I prospected half of his rock. So we know that from here over to where that is probably about 18 tiles. So it probably means that there's going to be some iron in here somewhere. So no big deal there. Like I said, hardcore survival mode, we have to sometimes do things we don't like. So alright, real quick, let's go back to this. This, I just put the box here so I can kind of know where the center is. You want to right click on your deed stake, go down to settlement, found settlement. It just tells you some logistical stuff here, administrative stuff, and then we want to go, like I said, to the left and right. I'm going to go 11 tiles this way, but I'm going to go 12 this way because I want to be one further over. And then front to back, I said 23 and 23. And then it'll basically tell you, well, that's going to cost you 11 silver and 28 copper. And then the monthly upkeep is going to be 2 silver and 25 copper. So I only have, I think, a total of 12 silver. So that's not enough to pay for the area as well as the first months of upkeep or whatever. So I'm going to go backwards. And then I'm going to lower the front. I'm going to keep at 23, but I'm going to lower the back to, let's try 20. Let's see what we get. So now we're looking at 10 silver and 56 copper. Let's just go with 18 tiles. As soon as my other money comes in, I'm just going to go ahead and extend backwards another, I don't know, 20 tiles or something backwards. There is a road that somebody built back up there, but it's probably from here, I don't know, 50 tiles at least. So maybe a little, maybe actually even a little bit more. And it's pretty high slope, probably about a 30 slope all the way up. Some places a little bit higher. And then of course a lot of mobs out there. So, but let's try this. So 11, 12, 23, and 18. Nice thing about Wurm Online now is that you're able to expand or create your deed in all 4 directions. Originally, you could only it had to be a square deed, so it only gave you 1 box, and you basically had to put 11 tiles by, you know, and it made it an 11 tile square or 22 tile square. So yeah, I really like this now. So you go ahead and you click survey, Now it's telling me it's 10 silver, 8 copper, and 2 silver, 1 copper for the upkeep. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. I really have a total of 12 silver and 25 copper. So I don't know if you have to have enough for 2 months or enough for just 1 month of upkeep, but we're going to go ahead and try that. But first, I want to show you guys what it looks like when you go ahead and click survey. So now if we come back towards the back of our property, we should see some survey markers. You see one that's over there. So that's the back edge of our property, which works out pretty good for now. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Because that's basically where we want to be. The edge of the property coming down is in this tile. This box here is the edge of our property. So if we come up here, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we look into event and look at this, so actually we need to move this whole side, the left side, over 1 tile. So it's going to need to be 10, not 11, because our 5 perimeter tiles and his 5 perimeter tiles need to not overlap. So we need to move this border over 1, which is no big deal. The other border is also no big deal, because I think I already figured that one out, but we'll go look at it real quick, see if we can get there. The survey deed, whatever, the deed stakes don't stay up there forever, so I don't know how long, like just only a couple minutes. Let's see. You can see that it's covering over into the water. Now you may say, why do you want a deed out into the water? Well, guess what? You can actually fill all that in if you don't plan on using it, and you know, make some land areas or whatever. Alright, so let's go down here to this end. Whoops, I just fell and hurt myself. I didn't push the climbing tile fast enough, so before I died. So we'll run out here, and this is where you need some cotton for a bandage, or you need some healing covers. So now here is, this can actually go back. We can actually bring this back 1 to this tile. So we don't really need to deed out into the water, because we also have 5 perimeter tiles going out, right? It doesn't stop people from building on it, but it does allow us to utilize that space. And it brings us right over to the edge of basically where we want to be going this way. This clay is in our perimeter, and the sand pit's in our perimeter. But like I said, we're still able to use it. And we want to make sure we're 5 tiles away from the neighbor's perimeter. So there's 1, 2, still says wild, 3, 4, 5. And then the next one should be theirs. Yeah, see? So that works out perfect. So we're exactly 5 tiles. That's the perimeter border of that their location. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So this direction is perfect. So yeah, so that's all there is to it. If you wanted to extend your perimeter longer, you can go ahead now and do that by clicking that button. You know, adding however many tiles you want to your perimeter. Excuse me. Sorry. I think I need some tea or something. The 5 tile, you get 5 free tiles of perimeter space going all the way around your property that you don't have to pay for. This is part of the initial fee. So, yeah. That's that. I just want to get back to where we were because we have to go backwards again. And we're actually just right straight above here. Let's see if we can climb up here before we run out of stamina and fall all the way back down. So we're going to bring the forward tile back 1 and the left tile back 1. Oh, I was wrong. We're not here. We're down here. Gotta be careful for the slope. You don't want to fall down. Alright, so we want to still stay in this same spot. But we are going to go back. We're going to change the left to only 10. Which is good. The right is perfect. The front, we're going to change that down to 22. Which means we can raise this up to 19 if we want to. But we'll leave it at 18 for now. Because it pretty much covers every place that we need to start off our area. So, alright, so you need to go ahead and survey it again. Now it says we got 23 by 41. It's going to cost us 9 silver, 43 copper, and then 1 silver for upkeep. We don't want to add any longer perimeter tiles. So we're going to go ahead and you got to click survey again. And then it says your survey was success. Your deed will be 23 by 41 and the perimeter will extend beyond the border by 5 tiles, including the required 5 free tiles. Stage 3, naming your deed. So you go ahead and put whatever you want to name your village. We're going to call it Zephyr Bay. And then you can put a motto. Hardcore survival / newbie friendly. Bartering village, something like that. Make this a democracy? Yeah, I don't think so. And then go ahead and save. And then it'll say, congratulations, you have reserved the name Zephyr Bay. Your settlement is going to be this size. 5 free perimeter tiles. You're nearly finished. Please note that the mayor, blah, blah, blah. Do you wish to hire guards? So, you can go ahead and hire guards. They're not the ones that you see in the blue. They're actually spirit guards. And the upkeep for those are 2 extra silver per month. Oh no, 2 silver to buy them. Excuse me, 2 silver to buy them and 1 silver a month. I do not feel that we need any guards at this time. Save the number of guards. Alright, so here's the final property. It says, settlement size. You have selected 23 by 41, which is basically 11 tiles in each direction from the token. Left and right. And then 20 tiles. Really, if it was square, it'd be 20 tiles in each direction, north and south. The purchase price is this. 9 silver, 43 copper, and 1 silver, 88 copper for upkeep. 5 free tiles. No guards right now. You can change that at any time. The maximum number of citizens, including guards, is 85. And 85 animals. The upkeep is 1 silver, 88 copper per month. The name is Zephyr Bay. Hardcore survival, newbie friendly, bartering village. And it's an autocracy. Whatever that word is. Autocracy? Whatever. So we go ahead and found it. And it says we actually have 12 silver and 43 copper. Oh, that's the total amount that's going to be taken from our account. And I don't think I have that much. 9, 10. Oh, probably because it's 2 months. So I think I only have 12.35. So it might not work, but we'll try it. Let's see what happens. Found settlement. Failed because your bank balance did not match. So we couldn't do it. So let's make it a little bit smaller. Start settlement application. Alright, we said 10 by 12 by 23. Oh no, 22. by, let's do 16, 17. We'll just do 17 from now. See what that gives us. Yeah, we go ahead and keep that. Everything should be the same. Oops. Hardcore survival / newbie friendly bartering village. Save the name. No guards. Blah, 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 blah. 12 silver and 20 copper. So that's just enough for how much I have. I have 25, I think. Found settlement. And down here it says, have the require, blah, blah, blah. Oh, maybe I actually, I haven't opened a bank account yet. So let me go ahead and do that. Hold on. Alright, so basically I just went over to my neighbors. You can use any token to create a bank account. So just click bank and manage, and then you can move it if you want to move it to a different tile. Doesn't matter. I think you can manage your account though from any settlement token, so it doesn't really matter. But we're going to open the account here for now. You open the bank account. Congratulations. If we go in here and manage, it should tell us. Okay, probably not that. Withdraw. Okay, you may withdraw up to 12 silver. So we have 12 silver only. That's how much we have in there. So we don't want to do that. We want to go ahead and add. And everything in this game is basically designed this way. So you just have to open up your just like the menu, like if it was a box or anything else. Now I forged a rare 20 coin, and see down here in the event window it added 20 copper, and then I also forged a 5. So now we actually have 12 silver and 25 copper in there. And if you go down here to withdraw money, it should say 12 and 25. Yep. Okay, I'm going to run back over there. We're really just right next door. So I'm just going to pause till we get back over there. Alright, so let's try this one more time. So again, inventory. Right click. Settlement. Found settlement. Skip all that stuff. Go to 10 by 12 by 22 by 17. Survey. We don't have to go look at it because we already know. Click survey again. Add the name. Hardcore survival / newbie friendly bartering village. Save name. No guards. If you build a guard tower, you get the other kind of guards. So we're probably going to do that. Save that. Total 12 silver and 20 copper. We know we have 12 and 25, so it should be good. Congratulations. You are now a proud citizen of Zephyr Bay. You have founded and become the mayor. We got silver achievement for founder. Mayor and first citizen of Zephyr Bay. This deed for this settlement has been placed in your inventory. So we have a writ or whatever, a settlement deed right there. You can change the size of your deed in the perimeter as you wish, as well as hire and fire guards using the tools attached to the deed token, which should be right here. Yep, there it is, right where we're standing. Remember to keep money for upkeep, as otherwise your settlement will disband and you will lose everything. Good luck. May the gods be with you. Blah, 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 blah. Lords of Rim. Lords of Wurm. So there you go. That's all there is to it. We now have our completed deed. It says Callaway is basically the mayor of Zephyr Bay. And now nobody can take our property or build on our property without our permission. They can still obviously build in the perimeter zone, but they can't deed in the perimeter zone or anything like that. So yeah, so that's all there is to it. So I hope you guys liked this episode. Lots of stuff happened. We'll get back in the next episode and start working on that mine area again and break into the mine. That's the next thing I really want to do. So I'm going to level that mine out, like I said, and then the next video will start with actually tunneling in to that first mine. So if you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you like it, the videos and the video series, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate any comments you guys want to put in the comment section below the video. Any kinds of questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, concerns, helpful hints, anything you want. Okay, if you just want a shout out, put that in there too. And I will do my best to add you to one of our next videos. And if any of you people want to come down and join my village and be part of this whole hardcore doing everything the hard way, I mean, you can see our tools are crappy until we can actually start getting some iron where we can improve them much better. Yeah, come down to the south of Xanadu, south of Lormere, in around tile T17, I think, and you should be able to find us down here. All right, until next time, guys, this has been Zephyr Storm, and I'll see you on the other side.